No, you wait.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh yeah. I'm rolling. I'm rolling around.
When are we
I'm
not
dashing.
rolling, you
Oops.
guys?
Oops.
Oops.
Oops. Was that me? We're going to
I wonder where
Yellowtown?
we're supposed to go next.
Oh, it's Yellowtown now. Hi.
Yeah, we're going to World 2.
Good morning. Good morning.
Uncle Grandpa Hate was low-key overblown, overdone.
I liked it.
Giant realistic flying tiger is such a girl's girl, you don't even know.
Ooh. A set of deadly
This is a
spiked
good...
gloves.
I mean, if you
Oh, is this a
want,
weapon?
I'll take it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a spell, and I was like, oh, that sounds complicated.
No.
I'll take it.
The spells are always over here.
Sounds easier if it. Oh my god, I'm a guy.
You're a god.
I'm a guy.
I like the goo.
Let's
go, everybody.
Goo. Welcome back to the GooCast, where we get.
Today's episode, we're talking about top 10 types of goo. What do you think, Wyatt? What's your top 10 type of goo?
Yeah, the goo community. We all know when it comes to number. Well, we're starting at number 10. Number 10 on top 10 goos. This is a pretty lukewarm take. I think top 10 goo. Number 10 is the purple goopy goo. It's pom-pom, pom-pom, and oh god, and it's goopy and it's all right. You know, there are goopier goos. One with hues that are better for the goos, but you know, this one's pretty all right. It's better than most, but you know, it's not as good as number 9. Number 9.
And number 9, of course, is ketchup. Ketchup is a pretty good goo, but I don't think it's number 1. It has a great... It goes great with chicken nuggets. It goes great with fries. It can go with pretty much anything. And as far as goos go, it's pretty gooey. And it kind of makes you sticky. You goo fans, I don't even need to elaborate. And then this brings us to number 8.
And number 8 brings us to the other goo that is a little bit better than the other 2 goos. It's just about as good as if you were to put it on a scale of good goos, and it would go on number 8 of the list of goos and goops. Of course, this number 8 goo would be the slime that I hacked up this morning. It had some bubbles in it. Oh god. I would not recommend trying out this goo, but I would recommend putting it between your fingers and messing around with it, because it was oddly satisfyingly sticky and slimy. Just like how I like any goo. Probably the best texture, but it was kind of gross, and I had to wash my hands afterwards. You could probably try it on ketchup and fries. I mean, not ketchup, on burgers and fries. Oh my god, I did not mean to do that. Oh my god, I feel so sad. Oh, they're just sad forever.
Ooh, whoops.
Don't you dare touch my love.
I didn't mean to attack your snail wife. I just kind of wanted to attack the jars.
Shut up. Okay, never mind. I thought that would make them stop talking.
Alright, everybody. I wasn't listening. I mean, I was listening, but where did we leave off on the GooCast? Sorry for the interruption, everybody.
This brings us to number 7, and everybody knows number 7.
And of course, number 7 is that weird stuff that I found on that tree that one time in 2018. I touched a tree and it had some goo on it when I was climbing it. And I was like, huh, since when do trees have goo? But it smelled pretty good, and I think it actually might have come out of the tree. This is pretty controversial in the goo community. As you know, I am a fan of very fragrant goos. But this, as you can see, is pretty controversial in the community. But I think it belongs here, as, you know, it smells pretty good. And it was, like, sticky, but it was also kind of dry. And it wasn't, like, a super wet and slimy goo. And this is an all-natural vegan goo, as you can see, because it comes straight from the tree. These are just many reasons why I love this fragrant, all-natural goo with a nice amber color. And this brings us to number 6.
And as we all know, number 6 was afraid of 7, because 7, 8, 9 flip the 9 upside down, and it becomes a 6 again. The sixth goo, some usually think that this one is underrated, and some might just perchance think that this one is also overrated. Me personally, I think it's about a 6 on the goo scale, and this goo being the goo. Okay, wait, hold on. Heck it.
Oh wait, that's me. Pathetic, sniveling vile puppet to the red crown. You have failed the youngest of us. We are the bishops of the old faith. We protect against heresy such as yours. We are the guardians of the true word, and we shall not tolerate such blasphemy. Your sins are many, and for that your loyal followers must suffer. They shall starve.
Huh?
Where am I?
Oh my god, that's one of our guys! No!
Not fearing.
This means war. Heck it.
Okay, pressing the resume button on the GooCast.
Anyway, put my gem back on. Bleep. Gussian. But once upon a time in biology class, everybody has this. Where the teacher brings in a cow eye to dissect, and then you just hack into that thing. Now, this goo is pretty hard to attain. It makes it not so accessible for new gooers. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm just taking it right to the face. I'm just taking the goo to the no! It's a pretty inaccessible goo. Me personally, I have no idea how my teacher got her gooey little hands on such a rare goo. And once you even get the cow eye, it's kind of tough to crack into. You gotta have the will to get to the goo. You gotta have the heart of the goo to get inside of the eye. And once you get in there, boy is that goo goopy. It's pretty liquidy, and it fills the whole eye. What's the purpose of this liquid? I have no idea. And then what is this? Oh, I'm alive. Yeah. It's pretty cool, first of all, because it lets cows see, and I imagine that we also have goop in our own eyes that lets us see. I don't know exactly what this goop is supposed to do exactly in letting the cow see, but it's pretty goopy, and just kind of finding across such a goop is kind of exciting in itself. And yeah, the
You see me here in chains, reduced to nothing, when it has not always been thus. I was bound to this wretched place by the bishops of the old faith. They betrayed me and left me to rot. Here your 4 chains that bind me are guarded by one of the bishops. Destroy the bishops, and you break the chain. Break all 4, and I will be freed. I gave you life anew. That's all. And now you must repay the debt. You know I must be dead. To defeat the bishops, you will need to become stronger. Sacrifice a follower to absorb more power, and this will aid you in your quest to free me.
Oh my
Ooh.
god, we have to kill one of the people and I have to hold a button, and it's such a heavy button. My thumbs are so light and delicate and dainty and girly. I have femboy thumbs.
Guys, who wants us to press play on the GooCast button?
But of course, what would a number 5 of goop be without a number 4? Wait, was that 5? No, that was 6.
Wait, so now we're on number 5?
What would a number 6 be without a number 5? Oh my god,
And number
pearlescent
5.
poop?
Number 5, of course, would be that blue stuff that I found in the toilet at my mom's house that one time. Now this goo, the appeal of it for me, this may be controversial to put toilet goo so high up on this list, but consider this. The mystery of this goo is really what makes the appeal for me. Why was there blue goop in the toilet at my mom's house? Why was it stained blue? Why was it blue? Is there a mysterious blue pooper on the loose? We really don't know the origins of this rare goo because it was never seen again. I have input lag of this mysterious blue goo. It didn't really have any sort of smell. It's just, it had such a good color and such a mysterious origin, I couldn't help but place it in this spot. You just had to be there. Toilet goos usually only come in about 2 or 3 colors. Brown, green, and yellow. But this goo was blue, which is unlike any other toilet goo I have ever seen. It's so rare, and it was so beautiful. It told a story of life and a story of love. And that's just why I had to place it on this list. Because, you know, my placements on this list tend to be very controversial. And if you don't like that, well, you can just go straight to the comments and argue. And of course, after number 5, the goos only get better from here. And what better way to start off the top 4 goos than with, oh, you already know what's coming up next, audience.
What's better to start off the top 4, but with number 4 itself? Hot diggity dog. Number 4, of course, is that one goo that I put in my sandwiches every morning. And that's the brown, funny little goo that I call Nutella, or Gootella for you goo heads out there. It starts out being real liquidy, which me personally, I kinda don't like. It has so much water inside of it. When you first get a jar of Gootella, and it's so liquidy, sometimes you just open that thing up, and you just get straight new Gootella water at the top. But where it really gets gooey is when you get halfway through the jar of Gootella. And then it's all gooey, and goopy, and chewy, and nutty, and Tella-y. Fun fact, I make sandwiches of peanut butter and Nutella, and my grandma calls them nut sandwiches. And yeah. And she goes, I'm gonna make you a nut sandwich. And I go, thank you, Grandma. And then she puts 2 of them goos on the breads, and then I eat it and I chew it, and I swallow it. And then once you get to the bottom of the Gootella, it starts getting harder and crustier because the jar is starting to get dry. And this is probably the worst part about any Gootella. I would suggest, when you get your Gootella, to put it inside of a toothpaste tube and then eat it that way. So that way you don't have to worry about it ever drying up. And then you just roll that thing out. Now, Gootella does not sell their Gootella inside of a toothpaste tube. You have to do that shit yourself. And yeah, it's not exactly too hard. It's just kind of awesome. And this might be controversial because, well, Wyatt, I hear you saying in the comments, you listed so many bad things about Gootella. Well, just try it for once, you narc. And then you can eat it, and then you'll love it. I got a Steam achievement. This is so awesome. And yeah. And that's why I think Gootella is the top 4. I think pretty highly of it because I eat it almost every day. But, you know, whoa, of course there's still 3 other big ones. And who could even know what those are until right now?
As you know from my previous entry on this list, I love myself a blue goo. So, on number 3 on this list, another controversial take by me, if I must say so. My goo opinions are not mainstream, but I believe them with all my heart. And at number 3, I place the blue Crayola glue sticks at number 3. Now, glue is an amazing goo. It's sticky, it's gooey, and it kind of stinks, which is a downside for some goo lovers who just can't stand stinky smells. But some goo lovers say that the stink is where the heart is.
The stink is where the fart is.
And this a glue stick, or should I say goo stick, for me has a benefit that normal glue doesn't have. And you see, this benefit is that it doesn't stink. This glue stick smelled so amazing. I loved to sniff it when I was in 1st grade. Anytime we would have to use the glue sticks, I would just sniff this beautiful blue glue stick. I was sad when I had to use a normal one because, you know, they just weren't good. They weren't Sigma. And the smell was so beautiful. It was like oatmeal. It was like a fresh spring breeze. It was any smell you could ever hope for a goo to have. It wasn't natural like the tree goo from earlier on the list, but I think the stickiness makes up for it. And the fact that it is contained in a tube and not just free leaking everywhere like it would be out of a tree. So, you know, hate me all you want for putting it this high on the list, but that beautiful smell, I just can't get it out of my head. And even, how many years ago was I 6 years old? Audience, what's 22 minus 6? Like 12? Even after, like...
Yeah.
Wait, no.
16.
Even after 16 years, I still remember that beautiful smell, and for that, I think it deserves a spot on this list. And what better for number 2 spot than to reveal number 2 while I build the outhouse? Take it away, Wyatt.
Number 2, of course, everybody knows this in the goo community. Everybody agrees on this one. Everybody knows that this goo is pretty cool and gooey. Even though it's pretty niche, while also everybody knows that that's just how the goo community is. Welcome to the club. Is the goo that my dog spits onto my floor whenever she feels like it. Not quite barf. She drinks a lot of water, and then as her way of greeting me when I get home, she comes up and she just goes bleh onto the ground. She does not do it very often, but She does it often enough for it to be a character trait of hers. Now, it does not stink. It does not, I have not tried eating it. But I will say it is very slimy and goopy. I know because from its invisible nature, I step in it sometimes, and boy is it goopy. And it goes through, like 20 paper towels with just how viscous that goop is. Which kind of makes it... It may not be a very desirable goop, but boy is it strong. It's a very powerful, very, very goopy goop that I think is probably one of the model examples of what a goop could be in terms of goopiness, and I think is probably one of the best traits. It also comes from my dog, and I quite like my dog, so that also makes it pretty good for being a goopy goo. And everybody knows this. Everybody in the goop community goes, dang, I sure wish I had access to such a strong goop. Such as Wyatt does. I'm one of the leaders of the goop community, if you haven't figured this out by watching our goop,
Our GooCast.
Our GooCast. And yeah. So, pretty good goop. Pretty goopy. I thought I had another thing to say about it in terms of it stinking. Oh yeah, it also makes her breath stink. But yeah, I guess it doesn't really have to relate to the goop that much, but anyways, that's the number 2 goop. The tube, if you will. But of course, all this leads to what the number 1 goop would be above all else goop, all other goops. Ever.
And if you guys want to know what the number 1 goop is, you have to tune to the next episode to find out.
Oh, now this is genius. Now this is podcasting.
You gotta subscribe so you can see the next episode to find out the number 1 goop, you guys.
Ring the bell to figure out what the number 1 goop is, so that way you can figure it out next episode of the Cult of the Lamb Let's Play on my channel.
I think it is time for next episode.
I think it is. Yeah, it's about there. Yep. I mean, we done said everything. If you know already, you done know what you know. If nothing ain't true, I know nothing ain't true, and if that's true, I know nothing. Bye. Like this video or something.